We are going to take a look at this 15-inch wood pruning blade. You can use this blade for pruning tree branches, cutting 2x4s, or anything that requires a rough cut rather quickly. This blade will do it. Let's take a look and see what we got. 6 TPI, which I'm guessing is 6 teeth per inch, 15 inches in overall length, which is 380 millimeters, chrome vanadium steel, sharp, long life, curved edge, triple ground teeth, Japanese style trimming blade, pruning blade. That's pretty much it. There is 4 blades in the package, information packet included. The blade has a nice curve to it. It appears to be of very good quality. Feels pretty good. It's got a nice amount of flexibility to the blade. The only thing we can really do with this blade is to actually put it to the test. We're going to use a 12-volt Bosch reciprocating saw. I figure we will put it to the test with a 12-volt reciprocating saw versus a 20-volt reciprocating saw, because a 12-volt won't have as much torque, as much power as a 20-volt would. And that'll give us a good idea of how well the teeth on these blades actually cut into the wood and how fast we can cut through some wood. Now the other saw blade is a blade from a major name brand manufacturer. It has a little bit of use on it, but we're going to compare the two anyway and see how they compare, see which blade actually cuts faster. So let's go ahead and get right into the cutting test. We have our reciprocating saw, we have our 2x4, we have the new blade that we're going to test. We're going to start off with the old blade. This is also a rough cut type blade that you can use for trimming branches, 2x4s, or anything that requires a rough cut. So we're going to start off with this blade, see how this blade performs. We have a full battery. Maybe we can show you that. Hold on. We do have a full charge. All 3 bars are lit on our battery indicator. Let's get to it. We're going to start off with blade number 1, which is the older blade. We're starting off with blade number 1, the comparison blade. This is not the new blade. What do we call this one? We're going to start cutting first with this blade right here. First cut done. Let's switch the blade and make another cut. Now we're going to cut with our 15-inch wood pruning blade. Hold on, I gotta start over. It's shaking a lot. We're starting a fresh cut right next to it. Let's go right here. See, fresh cut. Okay. Whoa, that's tough. All right, let's try that again. There we go. Alright, I keep having to stop because the teeth on this blade really like to dig in, and they really like to grab. So it's shaking the crap out of my project. Let's start at an angle and try again. This blade right here would be perfect for trimming down branches, limbs, and stuff like that. Not so much for cutting 2x4s because it does tend to dig in and it wants to shake the entire piece. Maybe a stronger reciprocating saw, so maybe we should try this with the 20-volt. We're not going to do that right now. But the blade does exactly what it's supposed to do. It does cut very well, and I don't think you'll be disappointed. So the overall cutting performance of this blade is fantastic. It does a great job. You saw me cut through that 2x4 like it was nothing. The other blade that I compared it to did a fantastic job as well, so neither one of those blades are a slouch. This blade is very long, so you can cut through some pretty thick branches or some pretty thick pieces of wood. You can cut through something that's up to 15 inches wide using a reciprocating saw, and this will make sure that you get through it pretty quickly because it does have a 6 teeth per inch teeth count on the saw blade. Fantastic blade. And we are using the Bosch PS60 reciprocating saw with the 12-volt battery. It's a 12-volt reciprocating saw to cut this 2x4. Let's prune this branch back right here. This branch is sticking pretty far out into the walkway. Let's test this out and see how well it actually prunes an actual branch. That was easy. Ooh, that's stinky. Dang it. Cut that piece like it was nothing. They cut that piece like it was nothing. This one's a little thicker. Let's cut that limb. Definitely does a better job at pruning branches than it does 2x4s. This is not exactly designed to cut 2x4s. It can do it. It is doing a fantastic job at pruning this bush back. That's pretty much it. It's done. I hope this review was helpful. I hope it helped you make a decision about purchasing this saw blade. I'll catch you guys on the next review. Peace.